Today, I'm visiting 5 of the most popular sites in New York. This site was the 7th most requested attraction in 2024. Do you think you know what it is? Stay with me to find out. This is video 2 of a 3-part series where I walk you through the top 11 sites and how you can see them in just 3 days. After watching this, you'll know which places were most popular with visitors, how you can comfortably organize your days to make sure that you see them, and planning tips you can use on your next trip to New York. My name is Rob, and I'm the founder of Kansu, a company that connects locals to visitors to share insider tips online. Last year, we created a free day planner that was used by over 30,000 people. And at the end of the year, we looked at the data to see which sites were most popular with visitors. Based on that, we published a list of the top 21 most requested places, and you'll find a link to that article in the description below. In this video, I'll take you through the top 11. Let's get started with the recap of the most popular sites. Coming in at number 11, we have the Statue of Liberty. At number 10, it's Summit One. The 9th spot goes to Chelsea Market. At 8, we have the Highline. Number 7 is Grand Central. 6 is Rockefeller Center. At 5, we have the Empire State Building. 4 is the 9/11 Memorial. Okay, now we're getting to our 3 most requested sites in New York City. In the number 3 spot, we have the Brooklyn Bridge. Number 2 is Central Park. And the most popular site for visitors in New York for 2024 is none other than Times Square. Okay, now that we have our sites, let's switch to the laptop and start planning our days. Now I'm on our website, askkansu.com, and I'm on the page called My Daily Plan. In the first video, I added all of the activities, and we grouped them into days. So today we're just going to focus on day 2 activities. I will filter our list just to focus on day 2, which is the Empire State Building, Chelsea Market, the Highline, Grand Central Terminal, and Summit One. Okay. On the map, we can see where they're located. Now, we will see a few more things today, specifically Macy's, Madison Square Garden, and Bryant Park. Great, so that's going to be our plan for today. In this video, I'm also going to share a QR code so that you can download this map to your phone and you can use it on your next trip. So with that, I'll put on some music and meet you outside. Most visitors stay in Times Square, so I'll start my day here too. And I'm going to use the subway to get around today. I'll take a few different trains, the R, the A, and the 7. If you've downloaded the map, then you can follow along at home. Our first site is the Empire State Building. I'll take the R to 34th Street and meet you there. When you get off the train, it's normal to feel a little disoriented. The best way to anchor yourself is to find a landmark. And the biggest one in the area is Macy's because it takes up an entire city block. So if we put Macy's behind us, then the Empire State Building will be directly in front of us. Built in 1931, it stands 1,200 feet tall. It was the tallest building in the world until 1971 when the World Trade Center was built in Lower Manhattan. It has 2 observation decks, but most people buy tickets to the 86th floor, which does make it more crowded. If you're looking to avoid crowds, then the 102nd floor is right for you. You'll find a Starbucks on the ground floor, and they offer a unique sunrise experience, which Costs a little more, but gives you access to the main observation deck before it opens for general admission. If you're looking for ways to maximize your day, this is a good option. Okay, now that we've done our first site, let's go do a little shopping. If you can believe it, Macy's started as a small goods store in 1858 on the corner of 14th and 6th. It moved to its current location in 1902, and now it's so big that it sponsors the city's iconic Thanksgiving Day Parade, just one of the many reasons people visit during the holiday season. All right, let's get back to reality. Plus, I don't have a lot of passion for department stores. But what I do have a lot of passion for is our Knicks. And our Knicks play basketball right here at Madison Square Garden. This is also where the Rangers play hockey. The Garden is only 1 block from Macy's, which makes it so easy to add a game to your plans. If you're debating if it's worth it to get tickets to a game while you're here, just do it. When our teams are playing well, the Garden is electric. Trust me, there's nothing like it. But let's stay focused. We'll take one last look at the Empire State Building, then we're jumping on the A to Chelsea Market. I'll get on and meet you there. Chelsea Market is fairly new compared to the Empire State Building. It was built in 1997, but the building dates back to 1906 when it was used by Nabisco to invent the Oreo cookie. Today, it's a mixed-use building that is part food hall, part retail, and part office space. It's open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. There's clean bathrooms in the basement and a warm indoor space on those cold, rainy New York days. If you're in the area, I'd always recommend stopping by because it's a great place to refresh and refuel. There's a few notable eateries in here like the Lobster Place, Sour Beth's Bakery, plus an immersive art exhibit called Art Tech House. And you can also find this very cool boutique flea store where you can get some great New York souvenirs made by locals. Our next stop is the Highline, and it's pretty close by. No trains needed. To get there, we're going to leave through the back of Chelsea Market, and we're looking for a set of stairs next to an elevated rail line. And here they are. This group of visitors are leading the way. The view of New York on the Highline is completely different than at street level. The city becomes a canvas of unique art pieces, some commissioned and some organic. Like the area below, the art on the Highline changes often as a reflection of life in New York. Some pieces are here for weeks, others months. This makes the park dynamic and gives visitors something new to see with each visit. The Highline ends at 34th Street, but we're getting off at 30th Street, Hudson Yards. Hudson Yards didn't make our list of top 11 places, so I'm not covering it in this video. Our next stop is Grand Central, and I'll jump on the 7 and meet you there. It's hard to believe now, but when Grand Central was first built, this was the furthest north that the city went. Back then, Lower Manhattan was the heart of the city, basically what Midtown is today. As the rail lines developed, commuting became easier and the city expanded. In 1913, Grand Central was redesigned to this beautiful limestone structure that we see today. Every day, more than 750,000 people travel through here, and during rush hour, a train arrives every 58 seconds. Food is in the lower concourse, including the iconic Oyster Bar, which opened with the terminal and remains one of the main reasons people stop here for a visit. When Grand Central was initially designed, they had an idea to build above the terminal. But as the terminal expanded, the idea kept getting delayed until 2001, when Summit 1 was built. Even though Summit 1 is next to the terminal, not directly above it, it still fulfilled the dream of creating an observation deck in this section of the city. As the newest observation deck, it's designed differently than others. It blends art and architecture to create a playful feel and spark our imagination as guests look out at the city from 92 stories above. The most popular time to go to Summit 1 is in the evening during sunset. However, it's also the most expensive. But if you're traveling with kids and you're only going to one observation deck, this is the one to go to. Most people buy the standard ticket and pay the additional fee for the sunset experience. That is the most popular option. And if that's what you're thinking about doing, I'd recommend making reservations 1 to 2 weeks in advance. Now that covers all the major sites for today. But while we're here, let's just walk through Bryant Park. Bryant Park is not nearly as big as Central Park. It runs between 40th and 42nd Streets, from 6th to somewhere close to 5th. It doesn't actually hit 5th because the public library is there. During the summer, it's a nice spot to sit outside and enjoy lunch. And during the winter, it transforms with an ice rink and a holiday market to become Winter Village. I occasionally see comments from people saying they don't want to visit Bryant Park because it's too crowded. But that's like saying, I don't want to take the highway because there's rush hour traffic. It's just timing. One of the things I learned from doing this is that no two people travel the same. We've helped thousands of visitors, and we've never seen two plans look the same. Travel experiences are as unique as each of us. If there's something you want to do when you're here, you should do it. It's your trip, it's your time to experience New York for yourself.